BeerVentures Live. Myself back with Todd, of course, as we want to crack open some beers, talk about some beer, and do whatever else with beer. So welcome to everybody out there. As you can see, a new display, a new channel. Checking this one out. Everybody's been jumping on StreamYard. You know, they zig, I zag. So I jumped over to Restream to kind of check out Restream to see what they're doing. They did some updates since the last time I actually used them, so I wanted to check them out. So right now, coming to you live via YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, DLive, couple other sites that are out there too. I think it's like 7 or 8. I can't keep track of them, but just know we're all over the internet blowing you up right now. We're going to blow you up for a little bit. We're going to drink some good beers, talk some good beers. It is the week of Oktoberfest. So Oktoberfest is happening, although it's not happening. It's happening, but it's not happening because there's no Oktober festivals right now to go to. But in your own home, safe and away from others or with others and mask on or whatever it is, you can actually enjoy some nice beers for Oktoberfest. So maybe you guys are throwing some of those down this week, and if so, let us know what you are drinking out there. We already got Chad Hunt in the house. Shout out says, guess what I'm drinking? It's an Oktoberfest beer, isn't it? I know you're going to say an Oktoberfest beer. But I am going to not crack open Oktoberfest beer. I got a couple other delights I'm going to actually enjoy. But Todd, what are you actually drinking there tonight, or what did you bring out?
I am gonna crack open one from so Shannon's brother went to Minnesota last weekend, and him and his girlfriend went to visit a couple of her friends, I think, stayed with them or something on this big lake or something. But anyway, they went brewery hopping, so he brought back a couple beers for me. And the first one I'm gonna check out it's from Lift Bridge. I guess it's just Lift Bridge. Yeah, Lift Bridge Brewing Company. It's called Farm Girl Saison. It says ale brewed with orange peel. And there's the can for that.
Nice.
And the second one I'm going to have, I saved that one for later. It's a different brewery, but it's a peanut butter stout. So I figured you'd like that one.
Oh, nice. That might be that might be a good pairing. I'm not going to say what I have there, but I might be there as well with you. So we'll see.
Uh-oh.
And so let's see. So there we go. So the first one I'm actually going to crack open. I just got it out, so I got to let it sit for a bit because I was running around getting everything set up here. But it's actually from that little place down in North Carolina. You might have heard of them, a little High Wire Brewing.
Oh.
So this will be the oat
40
chocolate maroon, the oat chocolate maroon 10W40. So this is Imperial Stout brew with chocolate, vanilla, coconut. Shout out to Average Joe and the Beer Patrol and lactose. So this one actually comes in at 9.2% ABV. As you can see, part of the 10W40 series. We get the date on the bottom. Shout out to them for putting the date on the can because we always love dates on our stuff. We always want the dates on the can, so shout out to them for that as well. So appreciate that there. And I'm going to tell you, if you guys haven't had High Wire Brewing, I would definitely say you want to check them out, because they make some fantastic brews out there in North Carolina, but still a little cool right now. So going to let that warm for a bit. And I have a second beer as well. I'll share that with you here in a little bit too. But
especially the 1040 series.
Yeah, that's my favorite series from them as of now that I've had. Always some good stuff from High Wire Brewing. So let's see who else is all in the house too. Chad said no. Chad is actually drinking Allagash Belgian style out. Allagash Black. Nice.
Ooh, there you go.
Getting fancy with it. I like it. Emerson's in the house. Emerson's been a bit, my friend. Good to see you. Say, got some pork and cranberry, 4 cheese pizza, and just poured a dark cloud for Mother Earth Brewing. Good to be back. Good to have you back, my friend. Good to have you back in the house. And you know, welcome. We love having you back in your comments and everything flowing. So welcome to you. Welcome to Chad there as well. What season makes your all-time favorite beer style? That's a pretty good question. Um, I don't know if it would be seasonal though, because my favorite styles are usually Belgian quads and triples, and anything pretty much Belgian along those lines. So they kind of make those all year round. But I guess because they're more higher ABV, they might make them more towards the end of summer, kind of in the fall and winter, I would think. But you can get them all year round. You can sell them, so you can have them all year round. Definitely some big beers. Second to that would be some of the stouts, especially the bigger stouts. That would be more towards the late fall, winter. And then IPAs, which they get done all year round now to almost an overabundance of the IPAs. So, Todd, what about you? What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I typically go for the IPAs and stouts. So, like you said, I don't know that you would even really consider IPA seasonal because it is all year round for the most part. I guess if you had to put it in season, I guess it'd be more summerish, I guess. But stouts generally, like you said, can go towards the winter time. For me, I mean, I would probably lean towards the stout, I guess, for seasonal type beer.
Yeah.
Even though, inside an air conditioner, whatever, I'll crack it open. It doesn't really bother me even to sit outside and drink a stout if it's hot out. It doesn't really bother me that much. I mean, it's beer, so I guess I don't know why everybody always thinks that. I guess because of the coffee background to them. I don't know what always associates. But the weird thing with stouts is the major ones always come out in the summertime, like the special ones.
The bigger ones, yeah, because people, it's too cold. I gotta have my stout in the winter when I need it because it warms me up. Like you can drink it anytime you want, all year round, baby.
Kind of way I'm thinking.
All year. We got Lep in the house. What is going on, Lep? Cheers, my friend. Good to see you, brother, as well. We got Eclectic in the house. What's up, Alan? Cheers. Good to see you as well. And Alan, let me know what you think. I'm actually doing a restream tonight, so I kind of got away from the StreamYard a little bit and checking this out. And Alan actually was one of the guys helped me test out for. I think it was me, Alan, Jeremy, and Blake. But it's definitely they did some updates. It's definitely smoother. So, like I said, some are watching on YouTube here, which is kind of nice because it shows you who's on what. Some are watching Facebook, some are watching Twitter, some are watching Twitch. And unlike StreamYard, you don't have to pay for that for the restream, and it's just part of your basic free stuff. So that comes out pretty nicely. Big Daddy Mojo in the house. What is going on? Good to see you, my friend.
Welcome.
Appreciate you swinging in. How do you like the peanut butter cowboy beer? How'd you know I'm going to have the peanut butter cowboy beer? So he kind of got my surprise for the second beer. I haven't done it yet. I had it he must have saw the unboxing video. So the second one I'm going to actually do, and this will be the first time having it, will be the peanut butter pony stout. So that's the one he's asking about there. And this is a Imperial peanut butter stout that I picked up, the Ballad of Peanut Butter Pony. This one is 13% ABV. So I'll be checking that out here for the second beer. But hang around and you will find out what I think about that one. Let me see here. We got Fat Bear comes out in winter, my favorite stout. Well, there you go. It's probably like a bigger ABV one too. So, like I said, that's when the majority of people will start to drink those. They want that higher ABV during the winter months. EB says, yeah, it's better than the first go. Yeah, they did some updates to it, so now it seems to be flowing a lot better for sure. What's the craziest beer you've heard of or had? I mentioned the 30.99 beer with all those cereals. Yeah, remember we talked about that one there. The craziest one I probably heard about was probably the one that Brewdog did, the Snake Eyes or whatever, like 57% ABV or whatever, which at that point, is it even beer anymore with that high of alcohol? That was probably one of the craziest ones. But I've done oyster beer. I've seen beers with Rocky Mountain oysters that were used. That's pretty crazy. I would put that in the crazy category. Trying to think of what else. We got the beer that Sheets did where they use like hot dog. We got the French's mustard beer, the Oscar Blues threw out there. I mean, there's some wacky beers that are definitely taking place. But off the top of my head, I would say as far as like the Brewdog, I haven't had that one, but I think that's kind of crazy. They took an alcohol that high of a level for what is technically a beer, I guess you could say. But you have to question that. But as far as putting stuff into beer, putting stuff into beer, the craziest thing would be, we talked about this, I think it was last year or the year before, Todd, when they did the yeast from the women.
Oh, yeah.
That was
But
the
you,
craziest. The vaginal yeast. That was
but
overseas.
you didn't have that one though, did you?
No, he
Or
just said
was
that
he
I
just
heard
asking what?
of.
Oh, that you've heard of. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That and that didn't they make one with like bull nuts or something like that, or hog's nuts or something
Yeah,
like that?
they do one with the with that. And actually Dan, who just changed his channel, he was Booze Reviews, and I think he's now the Western Canadian reviewer, if I'm correct. But he does a benefit every year where they have like a bull nut beer. So
Yeah,
or
that would
Rocky.
have to rank up there.
Yeah.
Still not sure that's more than getting the women's underwear and putting it in the beer.
Yeah, I would probably say the vaginal yeast beer is probably the
That is,
craziest that I've heard of. And I forgot what country had done that. I can't remember if it was. I don't think it was England. I think it was like maybe Australia or somewhere that was doing it. There was some wackiness taking place for sure.
I feel like it'd been a beer that come from Red Light District or something.
Came from somewhere down under.
All right, so I've got this. I had this thing where you can chat with everybody. Now it come up and I can't get it off my screen, so I can only see like half of you now.
Oh yeah, I got to get this thing there. There we go.
Well, I think it's on my end though.
Did you hit the box? You hit the box on your camera or something?
Yeah, but I didn't mean to. So now I can't get rid of it.
On the screen, it's both of us are up there. So, but I was.
Well, I can see me, but now I can't see you because the box is blocking you out. I can only see like half of your room, or just a very smidgen of your room there. I don't know what the hell I did.
Do you see both of our cameras?
Well, I can see that you're on there, but I can't. But you're covered up by this little chat box. But there's nowhere I can get out of it, so I don't know.
There's nothing to hit on it.
I'm afraid to hit too many things because I don't want to. If I guess I just log back in if I do.
As well.
So I figure if I hit something, it's probably going to kick me off. But I guess I can just jump back in.
Jump back in, yeah. But
all right, let me see. So if I lose you for a minute, then I'll jump right back in. So I'm going to see if I can get rid of it.
Yeah, Chad says he sees both of us. I think he was having a problem. He has something on his side, but yeah, my side is the master control, so I can definitely see both of us up there. But working the seafood department, grocery store, and nope, not Rocky Mountain oysters sold here. Yeah, I've never seen them sold at any of our local seafood places. Or, well, it really wouldn't be seafood because where do you put the Rocky Mountain oysters? Because you're dealing with bull's balls. I mean, you would think they would be out just in the meat area, but who takes care of those? Who makes sure those get handled properly? Where do you stack those up? Because they're not oysters. I mean, come on. So where do you put those in there? That's something to find out in chat when you're back there again. Like, hey, where would we put the Rocky Mountain oysters if we did get those in? Like, whose department would be responsible for that? That'd be a good question to ask them about. Who would handle the Rocky Mountain oysters? So that's an assignment for you, Chad, to find out so we know next time, like, where they say they would actually go. Like, if I was a customer and I said, hey, I need some Rocky Mountain oysters, where would I go to in the store to get them?
Word minds want to know.
Right. Beer Professor's in the house. What is going on, Jimmy? Good to see you, my friend. And Jimmy grills a lot. I wonder if Jimmy's ever grilled Rocky Mountain oysters. Because I would think some people might grill those up as well. Oh, so since I can't get into my stout as of yet, which I'm going to crack it open in a bit, I'm going to actually take a sip of the salted caramel whiskey from Old Smoky.
I've got to look for that.
I was thinking about doing a review on the channel with this, but I don't know. If people want to see me do whiskey reviews and stuff, let me know. Leave a comment. I might start doing that again. I did a few before in the past. I did like Jim Beam Vanilla, I think it was, and another one, but I did like the Cask Make series from Jameson's and a couple stuff. But I haven't done a whiskey review in a while.
Might as well. Straight from the bottle.
No time for a glass, son. Oh, that salted caramel does hit you, though. It's like freaking drinking candy right there. And diabetes. Wilford Brimley may show up in the background.
Diabetes.
Yeah.
In the
The country of Florida. Sometimes I wonder if Florida is its own country. Speaking of
them in California.
Yeah. We had the hurricane that came through down there. Sally, I guess it was. I'm trying to think because the one that came through Texas is beta now. But there was actually a video I put on my Facebook thing that I saw. I saw that movie. I think it was called Crawl when it came out last year, and it was like a hurricane. They like basically alligators were starting to get in and attack people, and I actually saw an alligator in somebody's front yard from the hurricane. How it shifted the way. I was like, I always wonder, like, why aren't alligators ever showing up? Like, why are you would think they would get pushed inland from the wood, and I actually saw one happen one time. So that just means because it's 2020, Sharknado is right around the corner. So be prepared.
Yeah. That would be some crazy stuff.
That would be crazy. That would be the perfect capper for 2020. We got Sharknado.
At this point, that wouldn't surprise me if that actually happened.
Yeah, it would
not surprise me.
Well, if you live in those Asian countries, you'll probably find them. Yeah, well, I mean, we got them here. I mean, they're out of Colorado. It's like a popular place for the Rocky Mountain oysters. And Chad said, how come brown ale isn't more available? Do you like brown ale? I do. I always enjoy a nice brown ale. The nuttiness of it, I think it's pretty tasty. I think it's an underappreciated style. I don't think it's just a lot of people have been acclimated to it or maybe have the palate for it, because sometimes it does take a good palate to really enjoy that, I think, as far as having one that can really appreciate the flavors. But I always enjoy a nice brown ale. We have a few breweries here that actually do that, but I wish more would actually brew some. I don't know, Todd, your feelings on the brown ale?
It's hit and miss with me. I don't hate them. It's not my favorite. I don't know. It's one I haven't drank a ton of them, so it's probably a big part of it where I just haven't really gotten accustomed to them. I mean, I'll drink them. I mean, the ones I had are usually nothing wrong with them. I just don't ever lean to them. But it's a good point though. Like, you don't really see a lot of people do brown ales very much.
Right. Yeah. I think it would be. I mean, I guess you got to have the market for it to have enough people around that would enjoy it. But for me, I always enjoy a nice brown ale. I would like to see more of those actually done. And,
like the Cigar City Maduro or whatever it is.
Maduro brown ale. Yeah, they do.
That's good. I like that one pretty good. That's pretty good beer.
Yeah, and the one that we have up here from Listerman at Triple Digit, they do a brown ale, which is pretty good.
Oh yeah. The hell is
the Jacal.
Jacal, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good one too. So I mean, really, I think about it. The ones that I've had, I've liked. I just don't. It's just not a style I gravitate towards for whatever reason. I don't really know. No, I don't really have a good answer for that.
I don't have a good answer.
I can't say laziness, but I don't know. Just that wouldn't make sense there. I don't know. I just always pick over it for some reason. I might seek some out now, though. Maybe it's a challenge.
Oh, was it an explosion in your mouth? I mean, what's going on with the Rocky Mountain oysters?
Explosion.
Did they ooze with cheese?
He's making it more appetizing by the second.
Get my teeth brushed. Chad says I might.
Or you drinking it out of the bucket too, or something.
Yeah.
Spit it out or something.
I said, I bet I might like the taste of Rocky Mountain oyster. I thought I maybe worded out by where they came from. I mean, that's the thing I think is in a lot of people's head, like where it actually came from, what actually means. Like, it's not an oyster. But then again, some people like oysters because the whole sliminess of it too. So
yeah,
which does bring up another thing, like why were they called Rocky Mountain oysters in the first place? I mean, I don't know how you get from basically the bull's nuts to oyster being in the sea. Like, how like it could have been other things all around, like Colorado and these states out west that you could have called it besides the oyster, because you don't have the ocean right there. So
maybe it's a texture thing. They're similar if you didn't know it. Maybe it was an oyster and it's Rocky Mountain. So I don't know. I mean,
that's a big ball slimy taste if it is. Like, when oysters usually slide down your throat, I can't see that. I mean, bite-sized pieces, I guess. I don't know. It must really cook down.
I'm not sure. Maybe they get them when they're young.
Maybe. Well, that'd be kind of like veal, right? So
Yeah, I guess so.
Clay said brown ales either go with too much darker malts that make them sweeter or not enough to make them bland. It's hard to. Yeah, it depends. I mean, you got to know how to actually make them. Like I said, like the one that we have here, the Chacao, is one that's done with some sweetness to it. It's kind of got like a dessert type base. It's almost like eating some type of nutty fudge type brownie situation that you're having when you're enjoying that one. If you take the classic, and I say the classic being Newcastle Brown Ale, I think to a lot of people that would have that blandish you're speaking of, EB, because that was the one that actually led to brown ales being done really by a lot of the breweries. That was the one that opened the door up. And you look at it now compared to some of the ones you get, it definitely comes across more bland, but at the same point, that's kind of what it was supposed to be. We just kind of take it to a different level with the stuff that we're doing now. Chad says, I have a Smutty Nose Old Brown Ale in my fridge. I drank 5 of a 6-pack a few nights ago. Nice. Smutty Nose, I'm glad they're back doing stuff because they almost were out of business a while back too. And it's great to see that they actually got through everything and they are up and running. Vanessa's in the house. It's a low octopus and squids are tasty. I do like calamari. I do enjoy that. Usually I get deep fried. I actually had it when it wasn't deep fried, like at one of the Japanese restaurants. Like they have an appetizer where it's like squid, but it's not fried. It's basically some type of saute or whatever, but it's like a cold salad of squid, which is almost kind of weird when you first look at it, but it is still pretty tasty. Who would call them fried bull testes? Well, I'm not saying you would call them fried bull testes. I mean, come on. That wouldn't sound appetizing for anybody, I think. But I'm just thinking of all the other things. Like they could have been like, Colorado, right, like tumbleweed or something. I mean, it could have been something that, fits to just like, why Rocky Mountain oysters? Because there's no oysters. Like, why not Rocky Mountain tumbleweed or something along those lines? Rocky Mountain cat. I don't know. Something is just more regional that makes sense,
That's what I'm thinking. That's a good texture thing. Maybe
could have been Rocky Mountain peyote. I don't know. I'm just thinking it's an oyster, so.
Just something else. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying.
Have you ever had bull meat other than Rocky stuff? I've had bison. I like bison. Bison makes a great burger. That's the only type of bison I've actually had. I don't know if they have like bison steaks and some other stuff, but the bison burgers are always really good. Vanessa's in here. She'll tell you she does like a bison burger with blue cheese that I'm sure is phenomenal.
Yeah, I haven't had anything other than burgers too.
Yeah.
Mentioned that.
Vanessa said fried bull nuts in a stick, eat like a candied apple. Oh, there's an idea.
Each his own.
Walking around the county fair with a bull nut on your stick. And you're like, hey, what's going on? That could work.
Could you actually say, like, instead of here, hold my beer, here, hold my balls?
Yeah.
Somebody, here, hold my balls.
Hold these. Hold these what? Hold these nuts.
Hold these nuts.
No, I don't know. Todd said maybe they just got them when they're little, and they're little, like, with cow, that's veal. So maybe there's like a veal type oyster. Let's see here. Newcastle, so that changed just over a year ago, where Lagunitas took over brewing for the Newcastle Brown Ale. So that was kind of interesting when they actually took place doing that stuff as well. And
that's a pretty good brown ale too for
well, it's a classic. It's the one that keeps going, right? So yeah.
The more I'm talking about brown ales, the more I guess I like them and didn't even realize it.
Yeah. Hey, we got Kara in the house. What is going on?
Welcome.
She is actually from Two Blondes Drinks Beer, which I got something coming up for you guys as well here in a second. But went to Wine Coop in Denver a few summers ago, but passed on trying the Rocky Mountain oyster. So she did not try. She took a pass on trying it. I think just the look of it might just throw people off, or the knowledge of knowing what it actually is may throw people off there too.
Yeah, so, that's probably a big part of it. I would think.
Yeah. That can definitely
thinking what you're actually eating.
Yeah, right. So the dogs they must know it's 9 o'clock. It's actually they were pretty close to the old time at 9:15. Just started barking. They kind of know what time they should start coming over.
I feel like it's my daughter just come through the garage, so One's outside, the other one's downstairs, and the other little one was one that just barked.
Well, speaking of Carrie here, I'm going to go ahead and jump over because one of the things I started doing last week that I'm going to be doing each week here is actually going to be highlighting a channel that you guys should definitely look to check out. And this week it's going to be a look at two blondes drink beer. Let's see if I can pull them up here on the screen as well. So Kara is actually here, and Kara gets together with Candy on the channel, and they go through and they try different beers, and they're just kind of they've been doing it for a bit of time here, but as you can see, they're a smaller channel, getting their footing out there still. 53 subs, but a very enjoyable channel that they actually run. I definitely urge you guys to check out their channel to see what they actually got going on. If you do check them out, make sure you like, subscribe. You can leave a comment that I sent you over to them to see what they're doing. Really fun watching them try the beers. And one of the things about their channel, because some people do ask about the BJCP here as well, I don't really get fully into it just because I feel like I want this to be a fun experience for everybody that watches the channel. And with them, they do it as well, but they actually will review beers and rate beers out, and they kind of do it through BJCP guidelines. So when they assign the point values when they're doing their reviews, they're kind of going off of that. So for those of you looking for a fun way to kind of see how if you were to review a beer based on BJCP, it's a great channel to actually check out because you can actually learn how to actually rate beers on what you should be looking for if you want to do something like that. But they're always having a blast. They just did recently the Unicorn Farts beer as well, which I had done a review on that a while back. So you got that here. They did a fest beer this week with it being the week of Oktoberfest. You can see here them trying some different ones here as well. So yeah, they're dropping some good stuff out there, and they're in Kansas City. Down here, we can go through all the different Kansas City beers. I know we got some people out there in the Missouri area that get a lot of the KC stuff as well. So definitely give them a go. Check them out. Again, their channel here, Two Blondes Drink Beer. I would definitely say it'll be fun. It'll be good for you guys to definitely do that. And I'll put their link here in the chat as well. And there is the link that should pop up, and you guys can check them out too. So thanks again, and appreciate you guys definitely jumping in here as I scroll back up here on the comments. Let me stop the share the screen so I get that back.
Hey, Rod, real quick. Let me check. Let me test this mute button out real quick. See if, since you did a new one, I want to see if this works. In case the dogs go crazy, I can mute it.
I can't hear anything you're saying. You're like a Jackie Chan movie. Can't understand the words coming out of your mouth.
Okay, so it works then.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure since I'm on my Bluetooth headphones if it would work or not, so I just wanted to make sure, just in case.
No, you're great.
I can mute it. Okay.
but Kara, hang around. Thanks for swinging in, and yeah, definitely see if we can get some people to check you out there too. Chad said, "Okay, here's my favorite dish. I like to make octopus. Simmer cut up octopus tentacles in your favorite pasta." I've never actually got anything that I've made myself unless it was a fried calamari. I've never gotten it where it was kind of raw. Now, obviously, Chad, he actually works in the seafood area, so he can actually do that. So that'd be kind of interesting. I would give it a go. Are you a big fan of octopus and squid?
I've never had octopus, but I do like calamari. But I've only had it fried, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of that, I've not had any other kind of squid. I mean, I know it's squid, but cooked any other kind of way. And I've never had octopus.
I would think it would go with pasta. I've done pasta like with shrimp and stuff before, and I bet calamari.
Oh yeah. So Chad, would you cook that in like a Alfredo type pasta dish?
That's a good question. Emerson said, "What do walnuts pair with? Like, is there a combo meal at Charlie's?" I like the joke that the walnuts come in a pair, so you pair it with each other. But
it's a combo of its own.
I don't know the texture, so I don't know what to look for the taste of the bull nuts themselves. But any bull nuts fans out there, let us know what you would pair it with. Maybe we get Thrasher here. Thrasher in Colorado. I know he's had them before, so maybe he'll know would be a good pairing for those. LOL, these nuts. That would be a better name for that beer. Yeah. What's that Samuel Adams Nut Brown Ale? I don't know. I don't drink a lot of Sam Adams.
I'm trying to think.
Do you know what the Nut Brown?
No, not offhand. I don't. I gotta imagine though, it's probably one that they put in like their variety pack that you can get at like Sam's Club or something though. But they do sometimes. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not really sure what that would be. Probably know it, just can't think of it offhand.
I'm looking on my Untapped here to see if I see it. If I had it before, I don't remember it. Doesn't mean I didn't have it though. Well, I see they have one called the Harborside Nut Brown. I haven't had that one. Maybe that's it. It's got an average rating of 3.61 though. Not really a stunner.
Not sure. I feel like it's one of those that they might. I don't know that. I don't think I've had that one. For some reason, I was thinking it was one of those they put in kind of like their Christmas type pack or something. But I don't. I've never had it. If that's the case, then it doesn't ring any bells to me anyway.
Hey, we had Gene in the house. Actually, he was over on Facebook, but he jumped over here. But he was drinking a Jenny Ice while watching the show and also watching South Alabama versus UAB. Yeah, I was watching a little bit earlier. I blinked for like 2 seconds. The next thing I know, like it was 14-0, like UAB was up. But now I got the Lakers and Denver on to see how that series comes out. Denver's surprising team in the NBA right now. I can't believe they could tie it up against the Lakers. Or really, Denver should be up 2-1 in this series. Yeah. So the Lakers, luckily, they're holding a 2-1 lead.
We got quite the duo going on there with Jokic or whatever and Murray for sure.
Yeah. And we say Jean or Jean Pierre is over here now. So, hey, fellas, how you doing? Good to see ISO watching the show. Definitely doing good. Hopefully, you're having a great Thursday as well. And yeah, we're just kicking it tonight as always. It's Thursday night. We moved up the time to 8:45 and kind of doing some different things, playing around different studio on Restream now. Kind of, what do you think so far? You liking the Restream? Is it compared to the StreamYard?
Yeah, I mean it seems fine. I don't have any issues in on my end.
I think it's
other than that little technical part at the beginning. I tapped into the private chat and I couldn't get out of it. But outside of that,
it doesn't have the ticker thing. Really. Yeah, it does have the ticker thing on it, but not that you really need that. But there's other stuff on here. And then actually, if we do the paid on the Restream, it's actually less than StreamYard. I think it's like $19 a month or something they do. So not too bad. And they're trying to add more stuff there. Vanessa says now 2 blondes. So yay, Vanessa picked up watching you guys over there as well. And Vanessa will be checking out your videos. That's the one thing I would say, like in the beer community, we have so many guys, so it's great to see women engaged. So I'm all about throwing the support and the love behind it and getting more women some exposure out here too. But you know, you guys are definitely having fun doing it. That also makes it very nice as well. So thanks for having Vanessa. We tried to have some fun. Hope you learned a few things too. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Make it a fun time, have a great time with it, and just kick back and enjoy for sure. So yeah, make sure you guys all check out their channel there, 2 Blondes Drink Beer. Fellas, I have it on the background, about to load up, so I'm ready when the wife starts playing after the... Did you get with a frying pan, Alan? You didn't finish it. But where is the wife? The number 1 fan status is being lost as we speak right now. She's not even here right now. Like, what is going on? I know she's probably
she's disappointing the world right now.
Exactly. I know she's probably getting the girls now, but yeah, she's pretty addicted to Call of Duty. And I did get to 155, let her know as well. So I finished out my 155. Where you at, Erie? Where you at? Hey, we got Peggy in the house. What is going on? Good to see you. Says, hey, boys. So Mama Ren is in the house. Good to see you. And hopefully you had a great week there, Peggy, as we head towards the weekend and stuff. So let me see. Chad says, doesn't matter what company you're in, no one need to go under and now to be out of a job. COVID doesn't help in some cases. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. This whole COVID thing, you know.
That's how I lost my job. Yeah.
And I think it was the jobless claims were just slightly up again this week. I think it was 867,000 or whatever, but it's tough out there. I saw a report earlier with the airlines and how they're trying to do stuff right now, and they said there's been like a certain amount of cases. They don't know if it's from the airlines or contracted in other places, but they've definitely seen a spike in some of the cases taking place. But their money runs out next week on the 30th, and they're like, if they don't get what they need to survive, they may start lay off thousands of people from jobs for the airlines. That also is going to kick off a thing like a domino effect of things like hotels where people aren't traveling or already feeling a pinch. And some of the other resort type, things like that where people get out and they travel to go play. It all becomes a domino effect at a point. So I think more people are now just kind of in that, where can I drive to and get a break type situation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why my brother-in-law, they flew to Minnesota, and I was thinking when they come back, I said, so was it like every other seat? And they're like, nope, the whole plane was full. It was a full plane.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have you out space or anything. They're like, no, they did have to wear a mask, but they didn't have to sit, every other seat or anything.
Yeah,
that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I've had some other friends that were doing it. Well, they said like about 2 or 3 months ago they were going to stop closing off the middle seat. So I guess it was a risky take there or whatever. But we were supposed to, go to New Jersey back in August, and she was going to fly, and I was going to drive to go to the beer fest and then pick her up when she got there the next day. But we were going to drive in the end, but we never went. We're going to go in the spring instead after it calmed down a little bit more, just because the concern if you stop somewhere, if something did happen, we were going to see my mom, who's definitely older, that was a concern. Gilbert's in the house, beer tools. What is going on, Gilbert, and what are you drinking tonight, my friend? John says fried calamari is the best. The dipping sauce has to be very marinara, very, very spicy. I do like the spicy sauce. That's for real. My wife, not as much. Not as much.
It's a good call on that for sure.
Yeah. And there's some nice ones that get done, like some of the restaurants who make their own type of sauces, Definitely makes a difference. Vanessa says little pickled octopus are tasty too. She gets them at the Oriental stores. Is Eric hiding from the Go Pack Go? No. We just had a little bit of a change up on the set and everything. Let me see here. I will follow your channel 2 blogs. That's a said. Chat said I will do. I follow. Oh, Alfredo, but I've only simmered in red sauces. Okay.
All right.
So Chad will try the Alfredo. Gilbert getting fancy tonight, drinking on the Chimay Blue Cap, sons. Very nice. There you go. Must have been a great week there. Sauteed ocean scallops done nice and tender and very good. I make them with the garlic basil butter. That tastes
that sounds good.
Very tasty. I haven't had scallops in a while. I do make some scallops.
We'll take some every now and again. I'll do a pan fry on them. Some garlic butter.
John says go. So he's pulling for the Nuggets over the Lakers. You're going against LeBron, John? You going to get LeBron? He's enjoying the show. Awesome, bro. That's what it's all about. So glad you're definitely enjoying. I should get a Dragon's Milk Stout. Well, yes. Yes, you should. I'm not going to tell you no. I'm not going to say no. Go ahead and pour that Dragon's Milk Stout.
Who is it for us to decide?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, drink that Dragon Milk Stout down. Any beers that hit the graveyard that you wish would come back, just like Ben and Jerry's, ice cream, grave tears. Any beers that are gone now that I wish would come back. Well, yeah, one would be Stone and Stout. I think again it was that acquired taste feel. If you were an IPA and you were a stout lover, I think you could actually enjoy it, but they didn't have enough behind it. I actually spoke to one of their Stone reps about it, when they pulled it off the shelves, and it was just, they didn't have enough there. So that's one that I wish would actually come back. Outside of that, I can't think of too much.
Yeah. I don't have anything for that either. I don't. So much different stuff. So much different stuff out there. There's not really one. It's just like, that I can think of that's gone away. Then I'm just like, oh man, I wish I could have that one.
So I would say some of the 450 North because they only make them one time.
Well, yeah, I guess. Well, they do. They will bring them back sometimes.
Yeah.
Now there was one 10-man brewing when they were open in Evansville. They had a really good Imperial Stout. So good, I can't even think of the fucking name of it now. But It was a barrel aged stout. God, I can see the can, but I can't think of the daggone name of it. But it was really good. And of course, they're out of business now. But that's kind of one I'd be like, that'd be nice to have one of those. You know, to be
Yeah.
able to get one of those again. It was pretty good. It was solid. But outside of that, not really, because you really can go from one to the other almost. It seems these days. You know, so much stuff out there.
Yeah, we had one of our breweries here that was local, Blank Slate, and they went out of business. They had some good beers, so if there was a brewery I wish they could come back, that would be one locally I wish was back because they were, I think, just a brewery that was in a bad position of location. I didn't think that did them in. They made good beers, but they were kind of like in a place where it's like a little bit, I would say like warehouse. It wasn't like huge warehouses, but definitely more of an industrial space that you weren't around residents as much. So you'd have to drive down there. Those breweries that have like that community around, like we went to Street Side, it's so much easier to have success when you have that community around you. So,
Yeah. And what brewery were you talking about?
Blank Slate Brewing. It went down
Okay.
like about 3 or 4 years ago, I think. They made some good beers, but yeah, actually the brewer, or I guess he was the owner and the head brewer there. He actually got picked up later by Braxton and some other people. Some other people got picked
Yeah.
up by Braxton, so they all came out okay. But yeah, with Braxton always does some good stuff.
We had a new brewery just opened up. I think it's a soft opening this week. Maybe this weekend it opens up for good for for everybody. I think it's called Atrium Brewing or something. But one of the head brewers of used to be at Acacia Brewing in Louisville, which he was making some really good stuff. I think now he's at that brewery as the head brewer there, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm kind of anxious to try some of their stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't still haven't got down there to Against the Grain, so it's like I still need to get down there and see Sam and take that tour, pick you up so you come over and do it with me.
Well, I think the main brewery part is still not open, which is the
So
one that's
down with the COVID stuff.
yeah, I think it's the one that's in the at the baseball field.
Yeah, that's the main one. That's the one I was going to come down to see Sam at.
Yeah, so I think it's still closed if I'm not mistaken. But they recently bought a brewery kind of in downtown, well not really downtown, but kind of on the outskirts of downtown. It's called Bardstown Road, which is kind of like a Vegas type strip. It's got just a bunch of bars and restaurants and some breweries and stuff. So there was a brewery there called Cumberland Brewing. So they bought that out. So they're actually operating out of that place right now, I think, which is really small. And I think they're serving food and beer there, but it's not like their main brewery.
Yeah.
Where the stadium
Well,
is.
depending on what their margins were, they may have had to limit it for overhead and stuff too.
Yeah, and that's probably, especially since they canceled, all but the major leagues was canceled. So it probably hurt them pretty good too for summertime.
Yeah.
Because anytime games are going on, that place would be jam packed. Because you literally can walk out the one door and you're in the concourse of the stadium.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, like with them being down there, especially like if Louisville was having people at the stadium, people would shoot over them probably after the games, and they don't really get that rush now. But
Right.
Speaking of sports, so Pac-12 just voted they're coming back November 7th. It's when they're going to play like 7 games or something, and then now the MAC they're meeting tomorrow about coming back as well. So
They are.
Yeah. I think once the Big Ten came, these other ones started looking like, oh, maybe we will go back and play. So we'll see what happens. But this weekend, SEC kicks off. So I know EB's happy about that as well. And we actually play Oklahoma State Saturday. So that should be a pretty good game, too. So we start our Big 12 play with being shortened season.
Yeah, I don't think we don't start till the end of October. I think it's Big Ten.
Yeah, you're like 4th or something for like the Big Ten. Well, that's this weekend. But depending on your schedule, you might have a bye the first week. I think this weekend is Big Ten, I believe.
Oh, is it? I didn't think it started until...
No, I'm sorry. It's October. October 24th.
Yeah.
You guys have definitely a shorter schedule there.
Yeah. I think it's only 10 games. Or, 10 games, I think. All conference games.
Yeah. AB said his comments were cut off. She was putting the kids down, so that's why it cut off his thing when he had said that there. And then he said, "Fuck that! You tell her that, LL. She'll be jealous." So you're like I'm at 155 and she's not there yet. So we're talking about Call of Duty and just before it resets to season 6, you're trying to get to 155. But if you like gaming, check out the Rod J Gaming channel as well, or check out the Eclectic Beer Gaming because we all game on the different channels.
I was going to jump on here with you all the last couple of nights, and I'm just like, no, I don't think I am. I need to take a break from it.
Oh, last weekend.
It's like I don't need you. Y'all don't need me to hold you all back.
This past weekend, right? So Call of Duty had the alpha release on the PlayStation. So me and Alan were playing a couple times on that, and one of them was just in the background giving them shit because we were playing that and we weren't playing with her on Modern Warfare.
Oh, I heard that. I think that's when I jumped on you and was talking to you guys for a minute. That was funny. That was funny.
Oh, that was awesome.
I didn't know if I didn't realize until I saw that you could actually play with somebody else. I just thought it was kind of a trial thing where you just jump on.
You could have parties up to 5 with the alpha version. So
okay.
Me and Alan were playing Sunday, and at 1:30 they cut it, and you have to wait till the beta comes out in October now. They literally cut it in the middle of the game. Me and Alan were like, what the hell just happened? Like, we both our systems screwed up. And it was like, oh, nope, see you in October.
Oh, so now you can't play it at all now then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I said the Ben & Jerry's. No, they didn't stop. I think it was a flavor. The graveyard one is the one that went away. They don't make it anymore. So, yeah, they're still making ice cream. I still like Ben & Jerry's once in a while. Two Blinds. The next review will be a local Black is Beautiful beer. Nice. I'll have to check that out. I actually just did I think I did I did like 2 or 3 on the station already. And I've got like some more lined up that I got coming up. I don't know if I put the Sam Adams one up there yet. I got that one. And then I got the one from Brewdog that has to be uploaded. But I did do one from Seven Sun. I've got one from Listerman that has to be uploaded, I think. And then who's the other one I got it from? Seven Sun and somebody else. I did 5, I think, now, but I got a total of 8. So the one that Nerd Sense sent me, which is another great channel. If you guys ever checked out Nerd Sense, check out Sean and Mike there. He sent me one from Finback. I'm looking forward to that one because Finback definitely makes some good beers. Oh, we got candy.
What's your thoughts been on those so far? The ones you have had?
The ones I've had thus far as being stouts, they've been pretty decent stouts. They've ranged on different things, though. They're not all the same formula, so people are doing stuff differently. The one that I would say has the best taste overall that I've done thus far as a flavor profile, has been the one from Seven Sun out of Columbus. Theirs was really good. Listerman was kind of a little bit disappointing in that I know what Listerman can do and why it's still a decent beer. I felt like they kind of just phoned that one in, so to speak. So I felt like it could have been. It just wasn't what I was expecting. Rhinegeist had an okay one. They did an oatmeal imperial on theirs, which was decent enough. Although they did like just in a one bottle for like the $12.99, where most people were doing four packs for that amount. And the Brewdog one, the Brewdog one didn't really throw me back as much. I think that one might have been like 9.3 or so. I can't remember if it was a 10 or 9.3. Sam Adams, I think, was also like in the 9 level, so I'm not sure which one was what, but they all weren't at the 10 level. So, it is what it is. Yeah. It's still good calls, so I'm kind of like, But right. Yeah, there's a couple that I was like, probably wouldn't have paid this amount for it, but it is. Candy's in the house. So Candy is the other half of Two Blondes, Drink Beer. And says, thanks so much for the shout out. Fun show tonight. Well, thank you, Candy. Appreciate you being here. Candy and Kara, they throw down on the, like I said, they're both entertaining doing the Two Blondes. It's funny. I think they're surprising themselves when they're doing the videos at time too, which is always great because they like to see the enthusiasm come out, which they actually have on that channel. Our hotels are going up for auction soon. One in downtown Hartford shut down permanently. Wow. So that's like an effect of the Corona stuff. Then you think too, Vanessa, because I'm just thinking people aren't staying at these hotels. It's got to hit them at some point. I would think the Airbnbs will be up though, because people are kind of going to places where it's just them by themselves. You don't have to worry about being around anybody. But I know cabins like in Gatlinburg and places are going up. What you got there? Is that the second beer?
Yeah, it's a porter actually. I was thinking it was a stout, but. Chocolate Peanut Butter Porter, Waconia Brewing Company.
Ooh.
This is the other one that he picked up while he was in there.
What's the ABV on that one?
6.4.
Oh, session ale.
124 IBU, it says.
There
Which
you
you'll
go.
usually see IBUs on porters and stouts too often.
Yeah.
I don't know what this other one was I was drinking earlier. I didn't even check it. It even says. I don't see it.
Is there a date on the can?
Yeah, it looks like there's one on that one. I'm kind of sitting in the dark, so I can't really see it. But there's not on this. But there's not on this one.
Oh, the one you had the first time?
The first one did have one on it. It was a
But the second
saison.
one
The second one doesn't. Now let's see.
no good if they don't have a date on it. They all should have a date on it.
I agree. I don't think it's a date. It just looks like maybe some sort of a barcode number.
Yeah, they put codes on it sometimes as well.
It's a
Which
false.
doesn't help for the person. You're having a great Thursday night as well. And hopefully you're doing something fun and relaxing while you're watching us. Listen, I got to try Carolina Reapers a week ago at the Llama Farm. So what did you think of the Carolina Reapers? Did it burn your mouth? Did you eat them raw or did you have them in something? With the president make your octopus great again? I don't know. I don't know about that. The great thing about this epidemic, sales of my home brewed jetpacks have skyrocketed. Make it in bank, y'all. Hey, like I said, there's always opportunities, so.
Trying to think. My brother grew some peppers last year. Oh, and I think this year too. I can't remember if they were Carolinas or the. I know he does habanero and ghost peppers. I can't remember if they were Carolina peppers too. But he'll usually take them and dehydrate them and then just put them into like flakes, so he can just sprinkle it on stuff. But they were hot. They were hot. The ghost pepper's really hot.
Yeah, I knew the ghost pepper. I thought at one point scorpions were the hot ones, but no, I looked at some research and they had the Carolina Reapers. The highest is like whatever. I think it's like 22,000 or 2,200 Schofields or whatever that high level is. I know it's like I remember seeing 2.2 and whatever that is at that high level. That outpaced Scorpion by like, if it was 2,200, the Scorpion would have been like at 2,000, or 2,050. Yeah. Definitely set itself apart.
Have you ever seen that one chip challenge thing that they have, like Pacquiao chip or whatever it's called? It comes in like one you buy it and it's just one chip on its own. I
haven't seen it, but I know Micah over on Micah's Mix. I think he actually did that one. I need to watch that video. I think he did the one chip. I tried it at least.
You can YouTube them and just watch some of them. They're funny because people are just like, they just.
You like watching people with pain, Todd? Is that what you're saying?
Like it builds, and builds, and all of a sudden they're just like they can't talk and they're coughing, and just like some of them start gagging or whatever because they can't, just the heat. I'm like, I don't know, and I think the chip itself costs like $20 just for one, and they send it to you in like a little coffin. It looks like a coffin case.
Yeah, it's like the one thing
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, so you're from just about my generation there, watching Faces of Death growing up. So you enjoy the pain of watching people go through stuff, I guess. I don't know. But this is homebrewed jetpacks. Favorite seafood, we had tilapia on sale for $2.99 at Hannaford Supermarket in Massachusetts, maybe other states, Hannaford's. Favorite seafood, actually for me, my favorite seafood is usually Chilean sea bass, or I also like swordfish. My two favorite, probably seafood.
I don't know that I've had either of those, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think about it. I know I've never had swordfish.
Yeah.
Sea bass.
Swordfish is pretty good. You ever have like tuna steak? Tuna steak's good too.
Yeah, I've had that.
Although I'm more of an ahi tuna type now. Like I don't like it like raw stuff. So
yeah, that's not very appetizing to me.
You don't like it when you see like the raw or the sushi or anything.
No. I mean, I know it's basically cooked with like juice or lemon juices or whatever, citrus stuff or whatever, but that's not good enough for me.
You'd rather go Rocky Mountain Oysters than go with that,
But
huh?
I don't know if I go that way either or not, but I just pass on both. I go hungry for the day if I had to.
This is the highest ABV from Brewdog sold out in under an hour. Yeah, they just came out with a new one. I think the old one was Snake Eyes, but the new one I think is a little bit higher. They put them in these little bottles. And Jake from Jacob Beer, another YouTuber, he actually did it on his video, and pretty cool. I would love to check it out, but they sold out, I think, over there in England pretty quick as well. I am just across the border from McGowan, Mass. Every day is soft opening these days. Yeah. Against the Grain is open. She just Googled it, so Peggy said they are open now, so they did get it back on there at the ballpark.
Okay. All right. I hadn't heard, so I was wondering. I didn't know.
You like beer paired with sushi? Yeah. I usually I'm at like a Japanese restaurant when I'm doing that, so it'd usually be like one of the Japanese beers I'll have there with it. But yeah, I can pair that too, and which those are lagers, and those work very easily. Against the Grain is a tavern on the lakeshore in Toronto. Yeah, it's a brewery here in the States, though. It's like they got a Great Lakes in Canada as well, just like we do across the Great Lake.
Huh.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I can't count the flavor of Ben & Jerry's ice cream they have out in New England. It's a great seller here, and so is maybe a cutoff there. Let me see. And so isn't Friendly's ice cream. Oh, gotcha. That's weird. It got cut off on the thing, but I can see it on the rest of the comment. That's an interesting thing to keep in mind. That apparently, if you go over characters, it doesn't show the whole thing on here on the restream. The beer guy in the house. What is going on? Good to see. The 120-minute IPA has been on my radar for many years, but I never pulled the trigger. Well, I finally did. Ooh. And I just cracked it open, and yes, I will be sipping on it, is what he says there. So the 120, if you've got the 4-pack, which I've seen the 4-pack here now down to like $35 or $36, I think, for the 4-pack, which used to be over $40. Not that much of a really difference. You're like knocking $1 off. But if you have a 4-pack, I would suggest you take one or two and put them back to let them age so you can see how they are in a year or two. Because you can age that beer very well. A lot of people like to do that to get a little bit more of a smoothness to it. Or you can just drink them all right now and be okay as well. Because I can drink them fresh or age them, but it's an interesting beer when you age it. You always hear people about the IPA, and that's, again, the whole thing with these things is you can malt them out and still make them more delectable to when you actually drink them.
Yeah. I've talked about it, and I've never aged one of those. I've always drank them fresh to when I can get them. Mm. So I want to do that and hold it back for like at least a year, and then when the new batch comes out, and then kind of maybe try it side by side or something.
Yeah, it's a good one to do it with.
How long have you let one age?
Pretty much just like a year. I never went past a year with it or whatever. I mean, I know people that went longer, but yeah, I've went in there and done it for like a year before, like a couple years ago.
And you probably can on that one.
I can drink off fresh too. So the big thing is how many beers I have in the basement. So it's kind of like the more I can put in there, the more I can age stuff out.
Right. What are those? Are like 10 or 12%, aren't they? The 120s.
The 120. Well, actually, I was going to say, beer guy, if you want to let us know on it, I think it's around 12 or something. 12 or
That's what I was thinking.
But yeah.
Like, definitely in that range. You can age it for a while for sure.
There's a reason you're sipping on it, that's for sure. Yeah, vanilla porter from Breckenridge is very nice. Very smooth. I actually like to drink the Breckenridge vanilla porter. We had a seafood restaurant here called the Fish Market. That actually closed down during the whole Corona stuff as well, but they had one of their desserts was like this chocolate fudge type slice of cake or whatever, and I would have that with the vanilla porter. Oh my gosh. Talking about pairing a dessert with nice dessert beer. They work really well together. Hey, we got Bum in the house. What is going on, Bum? Cheers, my friend. Says, currently drinking quite possibly the best peanut butter chocolate stout I've ever had. clock out from working class brewery in Cleveland. I might have to travel to get more of this. Well, very nice.
I'm drinking a peanut butter beer too.
I don't know if you've seen this one or not, Bum, but I'm going to be opening this here in a second too. This is the peanut butter pony. This is 13% ABV and also a peanut butter stout brewed with cocoa. And then, what else did I say on here? And peanut butter flavor add is an artificial peanut butter flavor. Artificial always makes me a little nervous with some of these things, but we'll see how this tastes. Because this was actually done by Great Central Brewing out of Chicago in Illuminated Brewworks. And yes, they do have a date on the can. Nice. So yes, that's always a good thing. Always a good thing for sure.
Aren't most of them though artificial anyway? The peanut butter ones for the most
some
part?
have natural peanut butter in there.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I have. I just didn't pay any attention.
As long as it comes close to me drinking like a Reese's, I'm going to be happy though, because I love Reese's. And Reese's might be my favorite candy bar.
To me, the nose on them are always fantastic, and then they're always let down in the taste a lot of times.
Yeah. But what about that one that you had? What are you thinking about that one? Has that one been holding up for you?
It's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good for a lighter. I would much prefer it to be a stout, a little thicker, but being a porter, it's definitely for these. To me, I always think when you smell them out of the can, you definitely get the more the peanut butter aromas. Now it's big peanut butter on the nose for sure, and kind of get that hint of kind of faux peanut butter a little bit, but the flavor of it's good though. It tastes kind of like I would say I wouldn't go as far as like a Reese's cup in a glass, but it gives you that good peanut butter chocolate taste. And it's like I said, it's just a little thin, but it's a porter, so that's to be expected. But
to get to the Butterfinger level?
No, I don't even.
Not even that. Wow.
I'm not sure. It comes on late. Like you drink it, it's a little bit of a chocolate up front. And then as it sits and as you drink it down, then the peanut butter kind of lingers in the background of it. Okay. I don't think it's as strong. When I think of like peanut butter, Butterfinger or Reese's Cup, like you were saying, I think more pronounced peanut butter flavor. And I don't think this gives you that, but it does. You do know it's peanut butter for sure. I'm trying to think of maybe kind of like a Nutter Butter type. I don't, in a sense, because those are peanut butter, but I don't think they're as strong peanut butter as like a Reese's. Yeah, I don't think it's as much on the chocolate peanut butter type.
Now, do you get anything like actual peanut butter? Like for me, like I've had some and I was like, oh, this tastes like Skippy or this tastes like Jif. Like, do you get anything like that? Like, does it taste like any of the peanut butters you had?
I would say it would go more towards. I've not had a lot of Skippy in my life. I usually get Jif for the most part, but it does kind of lean towards that a little bit. Yeah, it does. Yeah. You say that it does. It does lean towards that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I would like it to be, and I don't know if it's because it's a porter and it's not as chocolatey. I would like it to be a little more chocolatey also, along with the peanut butter. Now, the peanut butter in it is the star for sure, which I guess it should be, being a chocolate peanut butter porter. You would hope it would be, but I would like a little bit more of this sweet kind of milk chocolatiness to it.
A
little bit, right, a little bit thicker. Yeah. And I guess being a porter, it probably does lose some of that chocolatiness out of it, if that's a word.
It is now. You heard it here, people. It's a new word. Somebody get me Webster's on the line. Get me Webster's on the phone right now. Miriam, we're making
speed down.
Chad said he's actually making sushi. I've thought about making sushi before. I've actually seen sushi making kits, but I've never made sushi. That's kind of interesting. I should at some point. I think that'd be kind of fun. Vanessa, hello to Peggy. Vanessa can't eat sushi. She's been compromised since 87. How are you supposed to age your IPA with no date? It's a good question. Yeah, good question. Which is always funny when I see IPAs that say drink fresh. They don't put no date on it. How do I know if I'm drinking it fresh? If you're not
That's
gonna
right.
date it?
That's right.
I mean, come on. But yeah, with the Dogfish Head, they're one of the ones I think they may not have a lot of dates on their stuff, if I remember correctly. I can't remember if they date or not, but I think they may not on
I
their
don't
bottle.
think so.
They may put on their packaging though. But we know with the 120, you can age that for years for sure.
And I've noticed that a lot too on the ones that are sending them 6-packs or 4-packs in the boxes, like Toppling Goliath. They stamp it on the box and it's not on the cans.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're buying them single out somewhere, you'll never know what that date is on that
You know
can.
what date is, but they put on there, which is I don't know why everybody doesn't have it like where you have the coder for the date on the can and the bottle, but I know it's a
I don't know.
cost involved, but it seems like that should just be required. It's like if you buy
Should
like
be. It
you
should
said
be.
milk, you got to put a date on milk. I mean, there's some styles we know you can get and hold for years. Like I bought a Russian Imperial Stout, and it was 13 years. They said you can age this for 13. I don't know how they come up with that number, but they said 13 years. I'm like, okay, you guys are saying it. There was a date on it, and it was like, this was brewed 2018. It's good to 2031. It's like, well, you're putting a date on it, so I mean,
Especially if the brewery's only been around for like 5 or 6 years. Like, how do you know it lasts that long? You've not even been around that long, so how do you know it's 13 years?
Yeah. Like, how can I trust your numbers? I don't know how you do the math.
What kind of math are you using?
How did you come up with this? So
that new school math.
and now you're drunk. I'll review that one. It was pretty strong. Yeah, the 120 is a pretty strong beer. You definitely want to know your tolerance. It's not like one you want to maybe have if you've had a few, possibly, depending on how much you can handle. But, like the Molotov cocktail is one from Evil Twin. I think the Molotov cocktail regular is one I always enjoy. And I think that one, and that's a strong ale. I think the regular cocktail is around 13 or 14. And they actually have a bigger Molotov version now that's a little bit more. And they have a Molotov Light. A Molotov Light that's like 11% or something. That's the light version. So I do love Evil Twin. Put some good
what's
beers.
their favorite style of beer? Two blondes.
Two blondes. So yeah, what's your favorite? So let us know as well in the comments here what you guys actually prefer. Vanessa said, I took a small slice of the Reaper and placed it in my mouth and then promptly took it back out. Scorching numbness for an hour just from that. So just from just touching the tongue and in the mouth, yeah, you gotta be careful with that one. Packeye Chip 1-chip challenge. You will blow and knead it out in every orifice.
That's what I'm saying, Vanessa. That's when you watch those videos. And, I don't really like to see people in pain, but going into it what you're getting, and they're just funny. I don't know why, they're just funny.
And then it says she saved the Reaper seeds to grow for next year. Peggy said ghost peppers, Carolina Reapers, and habanero is what he grows. So you can get Carolina Reapers.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that's what he dehydrated and gave me last year. I think it was some of each of those, I believe. Yeah. I've still got some in a baggie, and he said, I was talking to him last weekend, he said, I'll make you a fresh batch. Or I've got more, I'm going to make a fresh batch. I'll trade them out with you, or not trade them, but give you some fresh ones so you can throw out the old ones.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've had them for about a year, so I don't know if they'd actually really go bad, but.
I think for Vanessa's fish that she liked tunas, mahi, halibut, bass, chalacas, and list goes on. She's a big seafood fan, but halibut is also good. So is mahi. That's not a good fish. Oh snap! Let me see. Go back up here. Scrolled a little too far. Where was that? It's Flacco in the house. What is going on? Cheers, my friend. Good to see you. It's Flacco. Actually, plays with us on the Call of Duty as well, and dude is crazy good. Like, I don't know if you got the chance to play with Flacco as of yet, Todd, but
I don't think so.
It's like he'll have like freaking 90 kills, 50 kills, 70 kills. It's it's just like here, let me hold your gun.
I don't know if I've had that many kills ever in my whole Call of Duty career. Total. Like,
yeah, we played what was it, one of the shipment maps, I think, and he had like 108 kills, I think, on that one. It was crazy sick. Did you mute yourself? I think you muted yourself, Todd. You get the thing with. I can't hear you now.
Shit, that is getting me out.
No, now I can. Now you're good. Now you're good. Chad said, "Well, Rod, the best swordfish I've had was cut into chunks and battered and deep fried."
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
I've never had it battered and deep fried for swordfish. What I have had battered and deep fried though has been gator, and I did like the gator. When I was battered and deep fried, it was called like gator bites. I think they did it down in Florida. Chad, I remember Red Dog. I drank a good amount of Red Dog in college back in the day, so yeah, very familiar with Red Dog.
Everybody did.
We can still get Red Dog here too, so maybe I get that for a throwback episode.
Yeah, we can get it here too.
And I said, what kind is that one to age? Well, the one we were talking about was the 120, but it's a big ABV IPA, and it's something you can actually age out. Because some people don't like it fresh because it can be rough for them, but you can age it out, take off some of the bitterness, and it makes a nice smooth out maltier type beer as well. That's the Dogfish 120. 18%, maybe it's higher than that. Maybe, yeah, 18% is what they think. That might be it. I haven't had one in a while, but
For the 120?
yeah, let me take a look here.
Dang. Yeah, that might be. Yeah,
That could be right, actually.
I'm not going to just say, I can't say because I don't know. I'm thinking maybe it could be up in that range now.
Yeah, it is 18%. 120
Wow.
IBU.
Okay.
120 IBU. We don't really know if it's 120 or not. They say it is.
Yeah, who knows?
And let me see here. I was a goddamn 2 matches. Every teammate is 8-pound Woodard. He's got bad teammates on Call of Duty right now, so he's fine.
Alan, you're talking about me, buddy. Give it a rest.
He gets so mad at some of the people. Hey, we got Dee Dee in the house. What's up, Rod? Hey, Todd and all. It's going to rain tomorrow or by Friday tea time. Screw the guys. It needs to rain on Sunday only. Most North Carolinians are at church in that time anyway. Not I. I think you like golf like every day now, it seems. So, heaven forbid it rains on you one day.
Right.
That's me getting deals. He's got the schedule I want. I just go out there and golf.
No kidding.
A new formula of Butterfinger that's horrible. I tried it. Nothing like the original. Oh, I didn't know they switched it up. And then Flacco said, yes, peanut butter. Everybody likes peanut butter, right? If they don't have a peanut allergy. It needs to rain only tonight between 8 to 2, damn it. Sorry, 9, 8. Dee fired up. You won't be able to golf tomorrow. What the hell am I doing? Screw the keyboard. Autocorrect got you. Doghead makes unique stuff. Yeah, they do. Their distribution, I think, has increased a little bit with them now being teamed up with Sam Adams and under them, but I'm looking forward to seeing if they come up with some other ideas. I would like to try the Utopia beer they have, but you have to be at the brewery there in Delaware to get that. Math is not new. Math is far from being new. It says that you can age for a decade or so, right? Yeah, so you can definitely age that out for a while and to see what you actually come up with that mix. Like I said, I did a year out and it was a little smoother. But I like a hoppy beer too, so it's all about what you prefer for your palate. It's funny. I remember when some people told me they first tried barley wines and they didn't like barley wines. How they like barley wines now? It's funny how your palate just shifts over time. Mm-hmm. So if you don't like a style now, it doesn't mean you're not going to like it down the line either. So make sure you give yourself a fair shot at stuff. Or you may just like different types of a style too with some of the different things that are out there. Some people don't like the, say the West Coast IPAs. They prefer the East Coast. Some prefer like the juicy to the hate. I mean, there's just so many different things that you always want to give yourself a shot before you say, well, I definitely don't like this type of style. Except shandies. You can hate that way. No need to like shandies at all.
Pass.
You can pass on those. Let those go.
But I was that way at the start too when I first started getting the craft beers. Like I really
didn't like IPAs at all. Of course, now it's like, 1 and 1A with favorite style, that and stout. So your palate does change. The more you drink them, you get used to them. So I guess with anything though, for the most part, except for shandies.
Well, I think a thing, except for shandies. I think a thing that people also may not realize as much as you do become older, you end up losing taste buds. So that becomes a part of the beer drinking experience too, or anything that you're doing, as the taste buds actually shift and you lose some. So,
well, don't they say I forget how often it is your taste changes anyway. And I guess it could be from losing taste buds.
That's probably like when you see older people like, oh yeah, I'll have the liver and onions for dinner. What? Why would you? Well, you can't taste it that much. I know some younger people like liver. I'm not a liver and onions person at all. It's just like, no, I'd rather take the Rocky Mountain oysters, please.
Ooh.
I'd probably take them over liver and onions. I probably would. I'm just saying. I'm not balls to the wall about it, but I'm just saying what I probably do.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
I like fried liver, chicken livers, but I don't like liver and onions. I don't.
Yeah, the wife, she likes chicken livers. I just never been a livers person. Just the idea of livers, actually, I'm not a fan of either. So
yeah, I mean, you think about it, it really is kind of gross and nasty, but
yeah. But then again, they said one of the worst things you can actually eat is hot dogs, and I freaking love hot dogs. I mean,
of course,
I had hot dogs a couple nights ago, and I made them chili dogs.
Who doesn't like all the scrapings off the bottom of the clean out house?
That's where all the goodness lives.
That's right.
That's where all the goodness is at.
I'll eat my hot dog. I don't care.
Oh.
Now, have you had that one before?
No, it's the first time I'm having this one.
Okay.
Oh, for those of you watching, what I'm actually drinking now is the peanut butter pony. So this is a 13% imperial peanut butter stout. It's got kind of a little bit of a funkiness to it.
Where'd you get that one from? Was that Jungle Gems?
No, this is actually a new store that I found here in Cincinnati, a new spot that I put in rotation. That they actually look to see what other people have and try to get everything they don't, which is awesome. Nice. So now they're getting other stuff. So again, this is from Great Central Brewing out of Chicago for Illuminated Brew Works. So Illuminated Brew Works is the brewery they brewed it for them. Probably one of the little gypsy places. Got a little bit like you're getting a whiff of kind of some peanut butter, but I'm getting like almost like a cracker in the background, almost like a honeygram type cracker or something. It's kind of weird. Like if you put peanut butter on top of the graham cracker, that's what you would kind of get on the nose. It is smooth though. So that half the glass down on that first go.
Is there much peanut butter on the flavor?
You're getting the peanut butter. You can definitely tell it's more of the artificial variety. It doesn't jump out as much as some of the natural stuff I've had. But it lingers on the tongue nicely. Not really feeling as much in the cheeks. In the video they talk about that, where it kind of gets stuck in there, but it's more stuck on the tongue. Still get that little crackery type feel to it. You get a great duration of the flavor. I'm still getting stuff after the swallow that are still kicking around. As far as body-wise, nice, pretty much full body. It's got a nice thickness and weight to it, so it's not very thin, not watered down or anything like that. Again, 13% ABV. Pours like the 1050 or something along those lines. Now I'm getting a little bit more delayed response where it is starting to get a little bit more in the cheeks coming out. Pretty smooth though. Chocolate-wise, I'm getting that baker's chocolate type feel to it. Not really milk chocolate, although it has a little bit of a slight, and I mean slight creaminess in the texture. It's interesting. Like I said, it would be something like a peanut butter on a graham cracker. It's just weird. It's a little different. I don't know how I fully feel about that yet, but I'll do a review on that one as well.
Did you
But
pick up a 4-pack of those, or?
yeah, I got a 4-pack of them when I saw it there. It was just interesting looking enough that I went ahead. The Ballad of Peanut Butter Pony. So on the can it says, at night it gets mighty, lonesome, just you and your peanut butter pony. All your wishes used for drying up your tears. At times it's downright tiresome, the world and its balonies, its headaches, its nightmares and steers. See where they're going with this. That's why we cowboys find ourselves drawn close to so many fires. The night is less lonely by the heat, but use caution chasing fires. On the back of a peanut butter pony, you ain't careful, you melt your ride. You'll treat that fell apart. You'll treat in your seat. That fell apart. You had it going,
It was good until the end.
It was like that old show with Living Color when the one guy played the character. He's like, I wrote a song about it. Like here you go, and it's like it falls apart.
Yeah.
Or or homie don't play that when he like rambles at the end. Like I would just stick to the peanut. I would stick to the beer making, although it's got a little bit of a mess going on taking place. But we'll see how it phases out here.
I used to say that all the time, and nobody would ever know what I was talking about. Wrote a song about it, like here it goes. They'd be like, "What do you mean? Like you've never seen that?"
There was so many good skits from that show back in the day. I will say this: one thing I used to do when I drank stouts, and I actually picked this up when I was at one of the places here. It's called BJ's, where they have a brew house. I think you guys might have them down there. The BJ's, do you have those?
Like the restaurant?
Yeah, the restaurant is like a brewery and stuff. So
I think I'm wanting to say ours closed.
Oh, it did? Okay. Well, you take a shot of whiskey, you put it in the glass, then you put a stout on top of it. It gives that extra kick. That salted caramel going into that, I think, would actually be a nice little kick because you're getting kind of that peanut butter graham, and you add that salted caramel to it. I may have to try one of those at one of the cans there.
And that 10W40 that you drank, the first one, where did you get that? At Kentucky side, or?
I got that one at... That might have been Jungle Gyms. Either it was Jungle Gyms or the new place I got that at. It was one of the two. Okay. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't looked for it. But
it's the first time
I usually get all those here, too, though. So.
Yeah, I had the base version, and I was like, didn't I have this? And I looked like, oh, this is the oat. Okay. So I went ahead and picked it up.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've had the base version of that one. I haven't had
you know what? Actually, I take that back. I think I got that when I was in Gatlinburg when I did the beer run, possibly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's on one of the unboxing videos somewhere in there.
Well, that would make sense too. That's where I picked up a lot of
they get stuff picked over from North Carolina when you're down in Gatlinburg and everything. Although it's very limited on what you can find down there. Vanessa says she has ghost peppers and scorpions canned up in the pantry. Can't even get through the ghost pepper. I can do some ghost pepper, but I cook it into some stuff. But you only need like one. Not even a full one sometimes, depending on what you're making. Vanessa says stouts. Yes, Vanessa's big into the stouts. Like I said, what up to Flacco? Dragon's Milk open and going down. Very nice.
There you go.
Oh, that's a yum to Vanessa. You always get. Oh, I'm going to tell you, Vanessa. I haven't done a review yet, but I've got the Dragon's Milk Solera that I'll be uploading that review here. I think I'm going to try to do it this weekend, so hopefully I'll have it up by next week on that one as well. That was their latest version.
I need to go. Yeah, I need. That reminds me. You just said that. I got to stop close to work and look for that one too.
Yeah,
I had better luck on those over on the Kentucky side than in Indiana.
For
some reason.
Yeah. I like how we do beer runs, and for us that drink a lot of the different beers, like I gotta stop. Like I need to stop to see if they got it. I gotta stop.
That's right. I always say, but if you don't stop now, you're not gonna get it. So
you're not gonna get it. Yeah, that's always our defense. I gotta buy it now because it won't be available after this point. So yeah.
But that is true though, too, to an extent.
It is true. Like if you don't get it then, like if I see something that gets my intrigue. And it's the last of the 4-packs or whatever there that I'm looking at, or the last one on the shelf, I'll grab it because I'm like, I may not see it again, which could be a great marketing ploy for some of the stores too. Doing good, Peggy. Vanessa's making some frame saws now. I think I decided on how to shape the arms. Like, what isn't Vanessa ever like making something? I love how she just uses her time. She doesn't waste any time. She's always involved, which is awesome. Yeah. Love stouts, yes. And in a match where it's one of the few times I'm getting murdered in shipment. Oh, you're getting worked over. Probably your teammates aren't helping you out. I think I saw Red Dog at military base. Red Dog is still kicking around. I haven't even got the chance to play yet. Life has been hitting me hard right now. Yeah, Flacco's been working some weeks there at work. He told me last time when he came back from being off. So he's still keeping busy. But yeah, it's Flacco. Dude is phenomenal playing that game. Let's see. I was on a certain med they were tested for about 13 years. On that med, I would dream the most fantastic, most realistic, vivid dreams ever. No, were you on something like some LSD type drug there? Like, Flacco says, "Yep. At least I finally got a car to drive to work." Well, that's awesome, Flacco. That's awesome, especially before it gets cold or anything. Had a recurring dream that was a cavern with a black dragon on one side and a red dragon on the other. That was an ongoing recurring dream for over 6 months. Wow. Like were you watching Game of Thrones and got caught up in it or something?
I can't remember one dream that I've had recently, period.
I haven't had anything recently. Some dreams you have, though, are pretty damn vivid. Like, you almost think it's, like, realistically happening. So
yeah. I used to have those, but I can't remember. I don't ever remember dreams much anymore.
Yeah. I just hate waking up early. Like, you got to wake up to go to work. But I hate waking up early before I have to wake up. And you have to lay in bed. You can't go back to sleep. And you're like, I don't want to look at the clock. I don't want to look at anything that tells me how much time I got left. Like, I want to see here. See if I can go back to sleep or whatever, So
that's me. I'll go ahead and just get up and I'll get ready, put my clothes on, and I'll come out and lay on the couch and turn the news on, but I'll turn the volume down really low.
Yeah.
I'll set my alarm again because then I usually can doze off for another 45 minutes or so. But if I'm laying in bed, my eyes are wide awake just waiting for the alarm to go off. It doesn't make any sense, but
it was like I woke up this morning and it was like I was like, oh, let me see. Like it was like 6. I had to get to 7:30. I was like, oh, I got an hour to go. This is like I'm trying to lay there. Like I'm not getting up. I refuse to get up before I have to get up. I'm just gonna lay here if I fall back. And as soon as you fall back asleep, the alarm goes off.
Goes off. Yeah. Shannon's always like, why do you get up so early? I'm like, I don't know. Why not? I mean, I get up and I go on the couch and then it's like you hit your snooze button. So it's like really indifferent. For whatever reason, it works for me. I don't know why.
I mean, I probably could be productive, but it's just out of the principle.
Yeah, right. Could be, but do I really want to be?
Yeah.
I don't have to be, so why should I?
But Vanessa has said liver and onions over toast. So she's a liver and onions fan. I've never been to the liver and onions level. Ever smelling beer? It was like, this smells terrible. And then when you tasted it, you were like, this is amazing. Yes, I've had that with beers like that. Some of the reviews I've done, kind of a little bit funky or like that and everything, and then you taste it. It's phenomenal. I've had beers that didn't look as great that tasted awesome. Like some of the stuff. I think the last one I did was maybe one from Urban Artifact and I think it may sent to you guys as well. It was like one that was like, it looked like swamp water.
Oh, yeah, brownish looking.
Yeah, but then you taste it and you're like, oh, this is really good. Like,
yeah.
It was just like,
yeah, that was not pleasing to the eyes at all. That thing was
no, but
it did look like rusty old muddy shit water or something. I don't know, but it wasn't. If you just had to go off of appearance, it'd be like, pass. I'm good. I'll take some water.
The Midwest tarts are awful, apparently. But it tasted great. So.
But you're right, though. The flavor on that, though, was good. It was good.
Yeah.
It was definitely like a 360. Was not expecting that at all.
I think Joe wasn't. He was like, "What is this, too?" Like, yeah.
Like, what the hell did you send us, Rod? What is going on here? Oh, okay. This is good. All right.
We just decided to can the Ohio River and send it out. Vanessa says sausage. I do like some good sausage. I like ham. I like bacon. We'll definitely make some bacon this weekend. Some places said they have bacon shortages taking place. I'm like, oh, okay, now we got issues. If you can't get bacon, then we got problems.
Right.
I'm getting hungry, even as I said, yeah, we can do that as well on here. We started talking about food and everything. Peanut butter and blackberry jam spread on the graham crackers. Oh, that's interesting. That would be something tasty. Erie's in that. Well, look who it is. It's freaking like Erie. Where you been? It's been here for a bit. So that sounds good, Vanessa. Hey, Erie, I'm at 155. Alan didn't want to tell you, but I just wanted to let you know.
Just in case.
Just in case. Yeah, John Wayne was known for his cowboy flips by peanut butter brewed by the fire. There you go. Oh, let me see here. Clay said, fuck me. Thank God Aries survived the game. These fuckers had me hot. He was really having some bad teammates tonight. But you play that game like some people don't play like what you're supposed to do. It's like, dude, do you know the objective of the game? Tomato sandwich incoming? Just tomato? Like tomato and mayonnaise? No meat? Just tomato? And she says, yum.
I want to say my mom eats that, like just tomato and mayonnaise or something.
Yeah, Vanessa said that drug was way before Game of Thrones when they stopped the men. I asked VA docs who were going to issue me movie tickets since I would have the free side to dreams anymore.
Wonder why they do limit the number of characters, because I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's one thing.
Off.
Yeah, it cuts it off on here, but then I see it on this sidebar, which is weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Like I literally always wake up 1 minute before I have to wake up. I enjoy the 60 seconds though. I have to get. I'm with you. I like if I wake up early, it's like I don't even look at it. I'm like, I look at the window and I look to see. Well, it looks like it's bright enough outside that it might be the time to get up. But if it's still a little bit dark, I'm like, it can't be time because it's too dark out there. I don't want to lay here, So the worst when you get up is like a rainy day. It's like, oh, I don't even feel like moving out of bed right now. I just want to lay here. Let's say stream insomnia. I can go days with no sleep, no need for alarm clock.
Oh man,
I do not want those days though.
That would not be good.
This is loaded Erie. Erie said, hell yeah on that 155. I'm not making this season, but I got to chill and to sleep. And LOL, you need to sleep more. Yeah, you were definitely hooked into it for sure. And yeah, Alan said he wasn't going to tell you I got 155 because he didn't want to basically get cussed out. So.
Erie though, she can't be too far behind, does she?
No, I'm getting caught up here now, but
No, I mean she can't be too far behind on the 155 though, is she?
No, she's probably like at 140 something, I think, but I think it resets next week or this weekend.
It does.
So yeah.
Well, good. I'll be right back even with you guys then.
Yeah.
For like 5 minutes, and then you guys will play way too much. Not that it matters, because I still got the basic guns anyway. I don't even know how y'all get the gold guns and all that shit.
It's just, I don't know. It's just doing it. They actually gave me another 100 points to start building up my CP thing. I know you're like, I never get anything there, but
700. I'm at 700, and I've been there forever.
Well, I think we just played a lot more than you actually play it, so that's why we get the other stuff. So
yeah, but how much more are you playing if you're in the thousands at one point? You can't be playing it that much more. Well, maybe you are. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just do it and just do what I do. So like I said, I've been playing this since day one, like the series. I mean, I'm like I said,
there's probably ins and outs I'm not doing for sure.
Yeah. I think it's
so bad at it.
It's just choosing the right things and doing the challenges. There's challenges that help you build it up quicker too and stuff. So, but
I always try to do the three challenge thing that they do nightly.
Yeah, if you go to the barracks, you can put that challenge on there as well.
Yeah,
I think
not good enough to do those other ones though.
I think it's just a matter. I don't know. It's just. It becomes just like if you're playing sports, it becomes like muscle reflex and stuff just to know some of that, I think. Like I said, I mean, just the adjustments I told you to make on your controller helped out a little bit, you said. So let's finding your mode there. But Paul's in the house. Shout out to PA Bruno. It's been a while, my friend. Talking about foot golf or hockey ball or dirty stuff. Cheers. Being in the house, like you could do it. Erie Flacco says, "Anytime I'm up, it's horrible." Paul actually plays on the Call of Duty mobile, so that says hello to PA Brews. He says hello. Yeah, if you guys don't know Paul, PA Brew News, make sure you check him out. We keep trying Flacco. We're going to see how it goes. Erie said she's only at 141, only got one gold gun. So she's got the one gold. I'm actually working on my 9th gold gun right now. But
0
it's
gold
going to be
guns.
tough. It's tough with the shotgun. Let me see here. I need Battle Pass for the account, but I may wait until next season. See, I never bought a Battle Pass. I just played all out. So I feel like when you buy the Battle Pass, you're kind of cheating yourself because you're not really earning. So,
but I guarantee that's what 90% of the people that are on there they've done though.
Oh, some have definitely done that for sure. What up, Tony? Cheers, my friend. You guys already discussed the open alpha last. No, we made mention of it a little bit earlier. Myself and Eclectic Beard, we played it a couple times here and there, Friday through Sunday before they cut it off. Did you actually get a chance to check it out as well? And if you did, what did you think of it? I thought it was interesting. I wasn't as much of a fan of it on Friday as by Sunday. I was kind of a little more warmed up to it. Love the maps.
The maps were cool. The maps were cool.
The maps are really cool. The Navy one was my favorite map they have. I thought that was really cool, going from ship to ship and repelling and all that kind of stuff. That was the one I liked the most. And then I liked Miami probably second. The Miami setup was really nice.
Yeah, that one was cool. I did like that one. I hadn't played the Navy one.
Yeah, the Navy one was pretty freaking sick. The weapon play, it was a little sluggish in the movement, I thought. The weapon play was okay, but I'm used to Call of Duty, like Black Ops versions being a little bit different there. I did like the one thing they gave you. It was like the thing you put down, and it basically told if it was in your radius. I forgot what the name of it was. I thought that was a pretty cool tool to have. So looking forward to seeing the beta version as it gets a little bit more closer. And then it's kind of interesting. They do have a Warzone mode on that. So you couldn't do the Warzone on the alpha, but it is set up to do Warzone. Peter says 1 versus squads. He said, I do the mobile almost every night. Do you battle royal with nothing but a 1-pump shotgun in my kilo with a 4-time scope? Nice.
That was so hard to play it on mobile.
Well, you do it now the way you have it set up. I think you just it's something you get used to the more you do it, probably. So I used to think the same thing. Flag goes, wait until next season. It's almost over. Yeah, I mean, you get the next one, everybody will start up again here. I forgot what date it starts the next season. Tony said it was good stuff, although my boys hardly let me near it. LOL. So Tony was getting boxed out by the kids there. So like a lot of dads, they go to bed and you're playing at 12 in the morning, right? So let me see. Some of us play Xbox, LOL. We didn't play Cold War yet. Well, that's on the Microsoft side. On the computer. If you were on PC, you couldn't play it either, but all hail PlayStation. That's all I'm saying. All hail PlayStation. Although the rush for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox is going to be kind of crazy because they've already pre-ordered spots have been sold out and people are like flipping out already. I'm kind of like, I'll get it when I get it. I'm not going to be all worried about it. Some people want to get it day one, and those first day ones, it can be a little bit buggy and stuff anyway. Mm-hmm. So I'll wait.
Yeah, I'll wait on those too. Kind of like going to the restaurant for the very first opening weekend.
Flacco thought the alpha wasn't all that great. Didn't miss out on much. It was definitely different. Like I said, for me, I thought it was a little more sluggish running around and doing stuff. You didn't have the tactical sprint either, which is something nice for Modern Warfare. But it's a different type game. When you look at the Black Ops versus the Modern Warfare versus, like, say, the World War II type games, they're all kind of just a little bit different. The guys that work here playing on consoles, so they already know all the different people in the stages. I'm still learning all the stuff they already know from playing the console versions. Yeah, so that's what Paul was saying there too. And it was so funny. We were joking one night. We were playing. It was like you play that to kind of relax or whatever, but half the time playing Call of Duty, you're yelling at the damn screen, and it's like, "What are you doing? I'm playing a game, relaxing." Like you're all fired up. Like don't seem like you're really relaxing when you're yelling and screaming.
I was gonna say, hey, yeah, it's funny. That's what you're playing for, but at the end, you're like all tensed up.
You're all tensed up afterwards.
Like, I gotta go chill for a bit before I go to bed. I can't even go straight to bed after playing. You're always all like, all amped up, like, God.
Eries, let me see. Now, Flacco said the weird aspect of the gunsmith is the 8 attachment perk. Yeah, that was weird because I did have that on a couple of guns. The running was crazy, but the graphics were pretty. Yeah, they did a nice job with some of the graphics. Like I said, the Navy scene, Miami, I liked really for that. I thought Moscow was pretty decent. The funny thing was, like, on Modern Warfare, you could open almost every door on stuff. Like on that one, you can't. You were really, and I don't know, maybe they're changing that for later on, but it was kind of weird because I was like trying to go through stuff. Oh, you can't open that one. You can't open that one. Like little Modern Warfare. Paul says we punch out tables a lot to get fired up on the game. Yeah, that can definitely happen for sure. At least this, the chopper gunners aren't broken. Yeah. Lots of swearing and yelling. Pretty much. Yeah. Especially the people that watch the streams I have on the game.
Pretty much it.
A lot of people, I think a lot of people hear Erie and Alan more than they hear me yelling and screaming. Pretty good at COD until that one beer too many. I actually tend to get better when I drink beer. It's funny. It's kind of like, I think I get more relaxed and kick back a little bit more.
My problem, I need to probably drink more while
Yeah.
playing.
But speaking of beer, I did have other beer news stuff here, so let's take a look here. Michelob Ultra is hiring a chief exploration officer. So for all you kiddos out there that are looking to maybe do a job where you get to see the countryside and drink beer for free, this job will pay you $50,000 to drink beer and travel. You have to travel through a few of these countryside locations, and you get free Mich Ultra while you do it. I don't know if you're getting excited about Mich Ultra or not. I'm just saying. They're going to give you $50,000 and the beer. Although you probably shouldn't drive and drink, but it is what it is. I'll let you guys figure it out. But if you're interested, you have until September 30th on the Mich Ultra site to look at the position and possibly apply. I mean, I don't know. If you're looking for
be good for a young person, no family. Like, what do I want to do? Let's go see the site. Let's see the countryside and drink beer and get paid. Hey, why not?
Yeah, and I think you're out west. I think some of the sites were like out in California and some stuff, like the national parks. They would basically go around and shoot pictures and video of different locations, enjoying Mich Ultra. So, just an interesting thing to think of. A Schaefer is back, being brewed in upstate New York. Initially available in the New York City area, but will soon be distributed to some upstate New York markets. And for some of you out there that may be too young to remember Schaefer, Schaefer is old school. That is old school beer right there. So Schaefer coming back, and they got a new design and everything like that. But I remember growing up, being young and seeing those old Schaefer cans, and it was a pretty popular beer. Another lager that was out there with Budweiser and all that stuff, Genesee and everything like that. But interesting to see them actually bringing that back out. Do you remember Schaefer?
No. I mean, I know the name, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, because you could actually get like old school Schaefer signs, and they'll go for some good dollars.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. From having.
I wonder, is it going to be the original type beer, or is it kind of a deal like Fall City where they just bought the name and doing a craft beer type thing?
It looked like it was the original type, but it has a new design and redesigned it and everything. But I think it's the original type beer. They had Harpoon Brewing, so new Harpoon beer will feature faces of adoptable dogs on can. So you can put your out there, right? So they're basically going to be doing that. And there was another brewery that had success with that this year about dogs you could actually pick up from the kennels and stuff. So they're going to have a line of beers where they're going to show like 4 or 5 pictures of dogs that if you're looking to adopt a dog, it'll give you information about them.
I was going to say, I was thinking somebody else did that already.
Yeah.
It's a great idea, though. I mean, why not?
Yeah. I mean, help find kids on milk cartons, why not dogs on beer cans? I'm just saying.
Right.
And a lot of breweries are dog friendly. At least here they are. So
yeah, they are here too.
Shorts Brewing, they're actually teaming up with a dispensary in Michigan for beer flavored edibles. So that's kind of interesting. Which I always thought at some point a brewery and a dispensary getting together in some of these states where it's legalized wasn't really out of the thought process. I was like, something like that could actually happen. And now we're having Shorts Brewing do it up in Michigan. They're going to be making like beer flavored pot candy or whatever, pot treats.
Something. Yeah.
So that'll be kind of interesting to see how that happens. And then the last thing I have on here, because it's been a kind of a slow news week in the beer world, but Kona Brewing, Craft Brew Alliance, has agreed to sell their operations so that Craft Brew Alliance can be purchased by Anheuser-Busch. So Anheuser-Busch is now going to acquire Craft Brew Alliance, which includes some other breweries out there. So some more breweries that'll be, I guess, no longer technically craft, although if they're under Craft Brew Alliance, they're really not anyway, the way it's set up. And they wouldn't let them do it with Kona because if they would have acquired Craft Brew Alliance with Kona, like in Hawaii, they would have owned like 50% of the market or something like that. And the Justice Department actually stopped it from happening. So that was interesting. You don't think about the Justice Department really getting involved on the beer type thing like that, but they nixed that deal. So they said, well, if you sell Kona, we'll go ahead and let you actually do that. So there you go. So that's from the beer news front. That's, like I said, it was a slow beer news week this week, so it wasn't too much really happening out there.
I wonder how many craft breweries will that give them now with that
under AB and Bev.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know because they already got so many under them. Already.
Right. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, and they own like part of. You know, one of the reasons I don't do rate beer kind of is they actually own a portion of that now as well, and I kind of feel like this gets slanted because they own a portion of that. So kind of don't do too much there, but let me see here. Flacco said it's pretty mediocre. Don't play serious because that's no fun. Yeah, that's true. You got to have fun with it. And talking about the COD there, and
I strive for mediocre in that game.
Video games equal drunk sinner. That's why I spent my time in lawn darts. Oh my god, the old what they call darts? Were they called jarts back then or something?
No, that's what they're called now. I think they used to be yard darts. So it had the big long metal spikes on them.
Yeah, people were getting stabbed in the backyard because they were drunk and not paying attention.
I think they're called jarts now. I think maybe they were jarts before. I always just thought they were yard.
Yeah, I remember those back then. It's kind of like javelin and track. Like they got rid of the javelin because people were getting hit. Like, how do you not see a person doing it?
Right.
Stick. Like, how do you wander out into that way where you get stabbed by the javelin? It just makes no sense. It's just
like you know what's going on. What are you doing?
Like, what are you doing? Like, so because you got idiots that walk in the wrong areas, we got to stop doing the event. That's kind of crazy. When I was doing track in high school, we had the javelin with the discus and the shot put, but now it's like, I think they do like some type of fake javelin or something. I don't even know if they do the javelin still. But
I always think of Revenge of the Nerds, the Lamar and the javelin throw, and it's flopping around.
Yeah.
It goes way further than anything.
Classic movie there. Chief Exploration Officer just sounds like a high-class rich person that touches people inappropriately. Well, maybe. But FC didn't hang himself. I don't think anyone actually enjoys Michelob Ultra. They just drink it to get drunk with less calories. Yeah, but it takes a lot longer.
I was going to say
Mick Ultra. Yeah, yeah.
Probably more calories in the end, I would think.
I would think with Paul, it probably would take like 2 cases to get him drunk off of Mick Ultra.
That would be interesting to see. Paul, there you go. There's your challenge.
How many
it takes to get drunk and let us know.
Going to an old brewing company that's still open. It's been open for a long time called Kohler Brewing in PA. Nice. I haven't been to a brewery to actually sit down and actually do some brewery stuff. I need to do some stuff at a point. Because even with the social distancing thing, because I'm usually there shooting a video or something, nobody's really around me as much. I could easily do it. It's just haven't been to any of the breweries to actually check it out.
Yeah, our local one that we was always going to for a while, they did their Oktoberfest beer this past Saturday.
Perpetual?
Our Lady, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You need to ask them if they want to come on and do like a video. We'll do a live.
I haven't been there. I mean, I can message him and say something to him before.
I mean, if he ever wants to do it, let me know. We can do like a live stream there.
For sure.
Stuff, yeah. I think I'm gonna
get did. Let's see. There's a channel. Well, I say channel. Well, I guess it's a YouTube channel, but they do a lot of streams on Facebook. I can't think of the name of it now, but they do like live brewery stuff, and they did one there a couple weeks ago, actually. Okay. Oh yeah, no, he would love to have you come. You know.
Yeah.
When you guys ever get down this way, I'll set it up for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Fuck, I
Unless you
don't
do
even
a
know
string or whatever on it.
but it sounds like it's definitely alcohol, Flacco. Definitely alcohol. Can you even get drunk on Mick Ultra, Chuck ass Paul? That's always Paul's like, can't. I know that.
No.
That's why it'd be such a fun thing. Like, get a few cases, get them to Paul's house. Let's see how much you got to drink through here to get drunk. You're very small, frail children can for sure. Yeah, I don't see people getting hammered that much on Mick Ultra. That's so true. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna like when people say, "Oh, what else? We did blah, blah. I had a few Mick Ultras, so you didn't drink."
Yeah. You got some flavored water? Maybe and flavory being strong there?
Yeah, at least step up to a Bud Light. I'm sure very small frail children size people can. Oh yeah, I got that one. I strive for adequate at best in life in general. Long jars is a Mandela effect. Trust me, it messed me up. Yeah, I remember when they get to throw the pointed darts into like the ring, right? So, and then they stopped making them because there were so many hazards that happened at people's soirees. You don't get to say soiree every day, so I had to use that there. At their outdoor soirees, and next thing you know, it's off the market. I remember, like, when we were kids, we had the Tonka trucks, like the real Tonka trucks with metal.
Like the metal ones?
The metal ones. And all of a sudden, all the kids were getting plastic ones because the kids were getting hurt. Like, how do you get hurt with a Tonka truck? Like,
right.
It's like, and if it's not metal, then what is it? Like, why are you wanting a plastic type replica? Like, I don't know. We did all kinds of things.
I never understood that either.
Like, we rode bikes without helmets. We were wildcats. They're like, what if you flip over? Yeah.
You get up, throw some dirt on it, and ride back home. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah. Like, I didn't need a helmet. What the hell? What fun is that doing? You skateboard down steps and stuff without a helmet. I mean, you think Tony Hawk had a helmet on back then? He does now because he's older, but now back then he didn't.
All right.
Yeah, so it's like, it's funny watching some of the signs of the times as things change over the years. But we definitely did some crazy stuff. Paul said, I researched that Cold Brew Company because I found ads on an old Pittsburgh station that were black and white, and I found out it's still open, so I'm going to go check it out. Yeah, we have some, like, one of the breweries here is like Wiedemann. They're like an older one. You probably know their name, Todd, as well.
Oh, yeah.
They have some stuff out there. The one that brought back Little Kings, although it's under Moorline now, we have their stuff.
They do Little Kings?
Yeah, they do Little Kings now. Moorline is the one that brought them back.
We've got one local here in Louisville that does fairs. Have you ever heard of fairs? Fairs?
No, I haven't heard of fairs.
Fehers. It might have just been a Louisville beer, but I don't know. It's kind of one of those back in the day when Fall City and Red, White, and Blue and all those were big.
Yeah.
And supposedly it's like the same recipe or whatever, and a lot of people like it. It seems I've not tried it, but a lot of people like it.
I feel like we're going to see more of those beers. I feel like some of the nostalgia effects kicking in for people. That's why we're seeing like Schaefer come back, or some of these other ones that are coming back, Little Kings, and I feel like people just like to get that last chance of their youth or whatever. So
yeah.
Emerson said in the late 70s, early 80s, I wore a helmet at social functions that were outdoors. Yeah. Oh man, but it's just interesting seeing some of the stuff. It's kind of like, I don't know. I see people ride bikes in the street nowadays, and it's just like, why are you in the street? Why aren't you on the sidewalk? Like, oh, you can't go be on the sidewalk because you got to be in the street. Or people ride those little birds and everything. Funny thing is, people watch those segways too that don't know how they're doing, and they're like falling off the damn segway. Like, you're terrible. You're worse than Paul Blart. That thing, yeah.
Paul. The mall cop.
The mall cop. Because he had a Segway in there. Paul says Schlitz. I remember
Schlitz.
Schlitz. Yeah,
Yeah.
Schlitz is an old school classic as well. I'm going to hit a little of this. Shout out to Black Sheep. You can get with this or you can get with that.
There you go.
That's the choice is yours.
That was what's the flavoring on that one? That whiskey you got there?
The flavor is a salty caramel.
Salted caramel. Okay, I couldn't remember offhand. I know you said it earlier, but
Mountain Made. It's only 30% ABV. See, this says whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color added. It's pretty decent. They're doing some pretty good stuff with their whiskey line. I will give them that. I haven't had the other one. The one guy, yeah, it's a good deal for it. The one guy told me if you take there's one that's a salted watermelon, and you put it with, what's the other flavor? I had the peanut butter one before, but it wasn't that. It was like two other flavors. You put them all together, it makes like a really nice shot that you can do. So, Safer Schlitz and ham gets Eric moist.
oh jeez.
One of my friends is down at the old Smoky Barrels, Tennessee. Is going to bring me up some salted caramel. Let's go. So yeah, that's what I'm having right now, Paul. It's a salted caramel whiskey, which for people that didn't see it before, the brewery there when I went to Gatlinburg, I didn't go to the distillery rather. I didn't go there, but I saw a sign saying that's the most visited distillery in the country. So Old Smoky does some pretty good business. Didn't know you were drinking Old Smoky at the moment. Yeah, I had it here for just a couple sips. For like I said, so much alcohol. Don't get too drunk now. I know my levels. And I still got some of the morning care here too, so I'll take that for recovery, but I'll be all right. I think it was the first one. I think the ABV was like 9 something on this one I did initially. Yeah, 9.2, and the other one was 13. Little thing. Trust me, I drank a lot more than this before.
ABI.
Yeah. Well, when I did this,
that's just beginner stuff there.
When I did the morning care video, I didn't expect to do 10 fireball shots that night either. It just kind of happened. So with that plus the others.
Did you actually find the other one though?
Yeah, I did. I had all 10. I was just like, it was already on my.
He kept saying, "It's like, no, I think you had it. You just didn't remember." But he's like, "No, I didn't. I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it." Yeah, I think you drank it.
I drank it. It was here. At the end, I had all 10 I had all 10 bottles counted up, and then I had all the liter of the Paulaner beer, and then the other beers I had, and I guess I did the video the next morning that I added to the tail end, and I put them all the videos together, and it was like, I mean, a little bit sluggish, but outside of that, I actually feel pretty good. So. You tell me if it works. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I should have something after what I drank last night, but I really don't. So it is what it is there. Let me see. Paul says, don't worry. I won't drink more than one bottle in one sitting. I'll be okay. One bottle, 800 milliliter, right? Yeah. The Irish whiskey casket all night, Rod. You were feeling good on our hangout. Loved it. Yeah, that was a good one when I had the cast made that night. That was actually pretty good too. I haven't done a lot of the whiskey. Like I said, I might do some more whiskey videos at some point, but yeah.
You've got to pick up that screwball.
I do got to try this. I see the screwball. I do need to pick it up. I can try that one as well. But you haven't had the Old Smoky peanut butter one either, have you?
No.
Yeah, so that's a good one to actually kick back and enjoy too.
I'll have to go and check, see if I can find either one of those.
Yeah.
You get more whiskey out of it or more of the flavoring out of it?
Say it again. I get more of the.
Do you get more of a whiskey flavor out of them, or more like a liqueur flavor type out of them?
More like a liqueur flavor out of them.
Yeah, because that's what that screwball is.
Yeah.
I bought Shannon hates whiskey, and she's like, I was like, no, this doesn't taste. It tastes more like a liqueur than it does. They call it a whiskey, but it's
it's more like a liqueur. Sure. I would say with this one, like one of the guys asked me, he's like, "Oh, that's not a whiskey. It's under 40." Or I mean, they call it a whiskey, but it's more like a liqueur for sure.
Right.
But it still gets you where you want to go. So I'm not.
Well, yeah, I mean, 30%. But I
Yeah,
was just wondering on the flavoring of it, if it had more of that whiskey type feel to it,
yeah.
or a liqueur type feel to it.
I've actually got the wife had a bottle of wine in the fridge, but she's not drinking now for a while. And she's like, oh, yeah, if you want that wine, you're going to drink it. It's a white wine. I'm usually more of a red wine person, but I may drink that at some point. I don't know if I do a review or a video one. I may just drink it during one of the streams or something.
Call of Duty night.
Yeah. Paul said parents just went down to Mississippi to see our family. I should bother my mom to hit the beer store. There you go. Hey, while you're down there, why don't you swing by and see what they got? Pick me up some stuff, Mom. Yeah, there you go.
It's a requirement.
Yeah. But, well, cool. I think we hit on a lot of the stuff, and going to go ahead and get this baby wrapped up here. Thanks for everybody that definitely tuned in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, had a great time tonight. And tomorrow night, we'll actually, I don't know, I might pop over. Blake usually does on Blake TV, the Friday Night Throwdown, so I might try to catch up on that tomorrow. So if you guys have Blake TV, make sure you check him out. Paul said, try Alskian Whites. Very, very good. Okay. I haven't seen that one before.
I haven't either.
Yeah. See, I'm usually more of a Shiraz type person or a Cabernet type person, but I try different stuff. But yeah, so that being said, I've got uploads. I haven't uploaded much this week. You too as well, Flacco. I'm sure I'm going to catch you here.
Have a good one.
Well, I'm probably going to jump on for maybe a little bit of time. I'm not sure yet, because I'm sure Alan and Erie are yelling about their teammates they're actually playing with, and they're probably upset with them. But thank you as well, Emerson. Appreciate you being back, my friend, and always good to have you here.
Appreciate it.
This week was kind of crazy, so I didn't do any uploads, I think, since probably, Saturday. But I do have uploads queued, so I'm going to be uploading to the channel a few more of the Black is Beautiful beers. I got the Oktoberfest beer from Polliner. That'll be the next one I upload because it is Oktoberfest week. A couple other ones I got out there too, so I'm going to start getting those uploaded. So hopefully tomorrow I'm going to try to do one upload at least a day. So make sure you guys have the alert button hit if you want to see those reviews as well. Get those up going. We talked about gaming earlier. For anybody that actually wants to check into the gaming stuff, you can actually check out us having fun over on Rod J Gaming. That's where I usually share the gaming footage. And this Flacco who's here, he actually games with us over there from time to time. So some pretty good stuff there as well. But anybody that also, if you want to check out the website, you can check out rodjbeerventures.com. That actually has the different links for different things, Instagram, Twitter, all other stuff that I'm actually involved in. But I also post press releases and different articles and stuff there. So stuff you're not seeing on YouTube, you can also check that out to be up to speed on a lot of the beer stuff. But that being said, I think we're wrapped up for the night. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And thanks, Todd, for being here as well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Always a good time. And again, just so you're aware, if you're just catching up with us tonight, 8:45 is the new time for the channel. And let us know what you think about this format that we laid out for Restream. I think it's pretty decent, except some of the comments get cut off on screen. It's the only thing that I'm thinking of as being an issue. But I kind of like the flow of it and some of the stuff that we can do. And plus, we're now on different channels as well. That being said, let's go ahead and wrap this baby up. I look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.